Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. On today's video, I'm going to take this cute little Dollar Tree bunny that I just got at Dollar Tree today, and I'm going to add infusible ink to the bunny's belly. And if you can't tell, this bunny has the sequin belly. Now it's sequins, but the sequins aren't solid. You see fabric between them. I hope this works. I don't know if it'll work. We're going to find out together. But I just thought he was adorable. He's got these cute little floppy ears and his cute shiny belly and his long legs. They have these in at least blue, pink, and white. They may have had them in yellow, I'm not sure. But if you want these for Easter, you better rush down to your Dollar Tree and get them. On today's video, I'm going to use my bunny, my computer and Cricut Design Space, my Cricut Maker. I'll use my braiding tool, some heat-resistant tape, my easy press mat, my infusible ink, just a tiny bit of infusible ink, a piece of butcher's paper, and then to preheat, I'll use this Teflon sheet. I'll use my standard grit mat, some scissors, and a tape measure. And I think that's it. Did I say my Easy Press Mini? If not. Before I get started, I do want to show you, I also found this green t-shirt at the Dollar Tree store. It was at the very back of the store on an end cap that faced the back. And this is a Hanes brand t-shirt. It's marked IR, I assume that means irregularity. And the only thing I could find on this, and they had a little piece of tape right beside it. See this little piece of tape? I think they're trying to show you what the irregularity is. And if you can see that tiny little stain, I think that's it. I'm going to wash it a couple times before I put my HTV on it. If it doesn't wash out, I don't think it's noticeable. I'll either leave it or I'll put something across the sleeve with HTV to cover it. So that'll be a future video. Stay tuned for that. But for now, let's get back to our project. If you find anything in this video helpful or inspiring, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them in the comments section. And if you'd like to see what I'll be working on in the future, hit that subscribe button. Then if you tap the bell, YouTube should notify you when I upload new content. Now let's get started. The design of this project is going to be super quick, super easy, because all I'm doing is I'm putting my initial on the front of the bunny. And this bunny is for me. So I'm going to put an M, and right now I'm on Cricut Sans. I'm going to click on my font and then click System, so I'm getting just the free fonts. And then I want to show you something that Cricut fixed. Let's pretend like I'm interested in this Amelia. So it changes my M to Amelia, and then when I click on this again, it used to be that you had to start way up here at the top again, and now it's defaulting to the last one that you were on. So even if I'm way down here, let's say I've gone through, half of the alphabet, and I'm down here on this reference sans serif. I click on it. Nope, I don't like it. I want to keep looking beyond this font. And look, it goes right back to it. That is a huge, huge improvement. Now, it just so happens that I do want to use the Amelia font. Whoops. So I'll click on that. There's my M. I'm going to go ahead and move that up. The amount of space that I have is about 2 inches tall and 1.5 inches wide. So let's see if I make this 2 inches tall. It's just about as wide as it is tall. So I'm going to unlock it, and then I'm going to make it narrower. I want to make sure and mirror that, but I typically mirror when I send it to my maker. So let me go ahead and send it to the maker. Now to mirror it, I can click on it and just right here, this little toggle switch. Click on it once and you see it mirrored it. I'm going to move it away from the corner just a tiny bit. Click continue. I'm using an Infusible ink transfer sheet and it's right here. So I need to make sure I have my fine point blade in, and also up here, make sure that the mirror is turned on. Here's my bunny again. Now, I'm not sure he really looks so much like a bunny. He kind of looks like a cross between a monkey and a bunny, but he has these cute pink ears that you could put something on if you wanted to personalize those or put the year on those. I'm just going to put my initial M right here, and I don't think I'll put anything in the cute little pink ears. These are the color of inks that come in this package, and even though this doesn't look like this dark color right here, it really is. I thought that would be a really nice contrast to have the dark purple. When you use the Infusible ink, it gets much darker as you heat it up. What I do to see what color it's going to be, like I just took a little chunk off that corner. I took a chunk off of all 4 of the pieces, and then I infused those onto a piece of polyester so that I could see what was what. Okay, so this is the carrier sheet. That has to be face down, and you're just cutting through the ink, and hopefully your carrier sheet stays intact. Sometimes mine cuts through parts of the carrier sheet. It hasn't caused any problems so far. I'm just going to make sure that my blade is clean, and it looks like it is. I tend to remove my mat from materials. Now this can scratch fairly easily, so I'm going to go ahead and put a Teflon sheet underneath it to keep it from getting scratched. Not that I think my table would scratch it, but you never know what might be on this table. So you can see exactly where it cut. I'm going to trim it down really close. The first few times that you weed Infusible ink, it seems quite tricky, but it really isn't. So what you do is you fold it so that something will pop up. So this little segment right there, I'm going to hold on to what I want to stay on the sheet and then just pull that up. And then you can just rip to the outer corner. So what seemed very difficult the very first time I did it is really super simple. Okay, I'm not going to put it down yet, but there's where I want it to go. I'm going to use some heat resistant tape to hold it in place so that it doesn't shift while I'm placing my Easy Press on it. And then the other thing is I'm going to preheat this belly here for a few seconds. Typically with the Infusible ink, they tell you to preheat for, I believe it's 15 seconds. I may not do it quite that long because, oh, he looks like he's in bed. Because I'm afraid I might melt those sequins. So I'm going to check it after just about 5 seconds, and they're fine, so I'll go ahead just a little bit more. Really, all you're doing, I say preheat, but you're really, I believe, just removing the moisture, because once you preheat it or you put your easy press on it, then you're supposed to let it cool all the way off before you set your material on it. So we'll give this just a couple minutes to cool down. Here you can have a closer look at his cute little face and his ears and his belly, and these long floppy legs are just adorable. How in the world can you buy something this cute for only $1? The bunny's belly is really cooled off, so I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. I did a sequin stocking from the Dollar Tree at Christmas time, and it worked perfectly fine for me, but then I saw somebody else on YouTube, or actually I think it was a Facebook group that I belonged to, that said they tried it just exactly like I did on my video and it didn't work for them. But I promise you, I don't do any voodoo magic. If it's not going to work for me, I let you know. And we'll see. I haven't done this guy before, and I haven't done this exact type of sequined fabric before. Okay, let me take a look at this real quick, see if I like it. It's not centered from top to bottom because I want it to be a little bit further down. It narrows up here. I want it to be centered more in the bottom 3/4 or so. I think it's in a good place. I'm using my little Easy Press Mini, and it's on high. And when I looked at the guide on my phone, of course it doesn't have sequins on there. They don't probably recommend that you use it on sequins, but I'm going to. On polyester, they show that you should have it on high for 75 seconds. Now I did the traditional 40 seconds when I did the sequined Christmas stocking, so that's what I'm going to do. Now I was using my actual Easy Press that day, but I think I'm going to go for about 40 seconds. And I'll fast forward through most of it. Now I want to make sure that I'm all the way on top of the design on both sides. And I am pressing down quite a bit. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm just going to have faith that I have it in the right place. Okay, I smell a little bit of a burning smell, but everything looks to be okay. Before I take that off, I'm going to try to peek under it and see. Okay. Well, I think it's on. I'm going to go ahead and give it just about 10 more seconds. Those of you that have used Infusible ink before probably realize that I forgot to use my butcher paper. Maybe I should do it directly on that for a little bit. Okay, we're going to call that good. I imagine that the heat gets through the butcher paper better than the Teflon sheet. Go ahead and get my bunny straightened out while I'm letting that cool a little bit. You're supposed to let it cool all the way down before you remove it, but I never do. Okay, I can kind of peek under it and see that the M is on there. I don't know how dark it's going to be, but let me go ahead and lift this off. Oh, cute. All right, Miss Bunny. Let's show you off. That is really cute. It infused on both the little sequins as well as the fabric that's under the sequins that peeks through. Super cute. Okay, I'll go set him up somewhere in the house, take a picture, and show him off. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Have a great day.